we needed to guard what we had, the little that we had, versus what was already compromised. Is that all right? I don't know what the Spirit of God is saying right now. I'm just going with the Spirit of God. And so, but in the interim of that, I guess the ABC is that, for we know that all things work together for the good, and for them, to them that love the Lord, to them which are called according to His purpose. It bothers me because I say, well, I have to use that because just to maintain sanity. Because, all things work together for the good to them. And so it is okay. So it's God working through me and to do of His good pleasure. And so therefore I'm saying, okay, God, you know what you're doing. And so therefore I perceive that you have allowed this to take place for your glory. So here, when we look here, I don't want to get to the prophetic so early. So when we look here at Aaron's rod, it's amazing because he said, put Aaron's name upon Levi's rod. Isn't that something? And it says, now, let's look at Aaron's rod. Let's look at Aaron's rod, or it is noted as the staff. And it played a very important part in God's plan. Very important. We all play a very important part in God's plan, whether you're preaching or teaching or media department or music department or ushering or greeters. We all play very important. God's plan. You all are important. It's all ministry. And so we find that we look at this rod and how, amen, God's plan to lead the Israelites out of Egypt and into the promised land. In the ancient Israelite culture, a rod was a symbol of authority. Shepherds used rods to guide and correct their flocks. In Psalm 23rd division and 4th verse, and when God called the shepherd Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, He demonstrated His power by performing miracles using drums. Y'all come on, y'all got to stay with me. Y'all got to stay with me. Y'all got to come on now. Using drums and using organs and using tambourines and using the hands. Is it all right to use application? Am I in the right place here? And He used the armor bearers. Y'all, come on, y'all get excited in here. But He demonstrated His power by performing miracles in Exodus the 4th chapter, verse 1 through verse 5. We're going to get there. Numbers 20 and 11. God also chose Moses to bring Aaron's brother Aaron to perform miracles with his own rod. Aaron's rod was the one that turned into a snake in Pharaoh's court. And the Egyptian magi also turned their staff into two snakes. Isn't that something? And the snake that had been Aaron's rod swallowed it up. Oh, come on, y'all talk back to me. Amen. Whenever you use what God has given to you, no weapon formed against you, it can't prosper. Even that supervisor, that co-worker that's trying to agitate you, but when I take and spill some oil upon them, you just walk by them, you just, excuse me, amen, but by that touch, come on, Apostle. That's all it takes is a touch. Yes. You don't have to just shout them some of the Lord. No, just a touch and brush by them. Yes. The power of God. Come on, somebody shout glory. We find that Aaron's rod that God used to turn the water, amen, of Egypt into blood. And it was Aaron's rod, amen, that some of the plagues of the frogs. Let me share something with you. It is so unique that how God does things and how God uses people to accomplish His will. There's nothing too hard for God to do. Tell somebody, it had to happen. It had to happen. I didn't like how it happened, but it had to happen. And so we find that Aaron's rod, out of the 12, I got to move along here, but out of the 12 rods, we find that God uses something that is not common to man. He uses a rod. It's not common. They say it's just a rod. It's just nothing special about it. Sometimes folks look at you, look at us and say, there's nothing special about you. I'm so glad you think so, because the last time I look, I'm beautiful in our sight. Oh God, amen. Not needed, amen. No hair on my head. Glory to God, bow-legged, but I'm precious in the sight of God. May not have a car, may not have a husband, may not have a wife, but it's still all right because I have one Sunday with the King, and this Sunday is going to be Magnolia. Somebody shout glory. God, that's so. Begin to feel him in here. Let me just move along fast. So here, amen, God says, look here, I want you to pray. Amen. Now, Aaron's rod had to be placed inside of the temple. It wasn't placed in any place, but it was placed inside of the temple. It was in a place conducive to atmospheric. Now, there's 12 rods that are there. Let's get an understanding here. There's 12 rods in the temple, 12 rods on each tribe, 12 rods laid on dry ground, on brick, dry ground. There's soldiers outside protecting the entrance so that nobody would get in. Because now they're challenging God, because they're challenging God's servant. God said, I'm going to prove that I've chosen Aaron. Isn't it something that how people challenge their efficacy of the call that is upon your life? Whether it's a preacher or supervisor or singer or just plain anointed of God, it's not you that they have an issue with. It is the gift that is upon your life. Sometimes we begin to get bent all out of shape because we think people are drinking Haterade. It's not because you have a nice car and look nice and wear nice clothes. It's because of your gift. Amen. I didn't ask for the gift. I was minding my own business. And God knocked on my door. I said, I got some work for you to do. I said, yea, Lord, here I am. Do what you have to do. I wish I had 500 folks in here. And they shout, God, I feel it. Honor your business. Here's that little old rod amongst the other 11 laying there. There's no water on the ground. It's on dry ground. If you look at bamboo, it takes 4 years for bamboo to develop underground. On the 5th year, the bamboo breaks through the ground. Hallelujah. And within 12 weeks, it grows to 90 feet high. You can literally watch it grow. You can take bamboo out of moist and put it in the dry ground. It still will grow. It has self-sufficient sustaining water. Folks try to uproot you. They try to plot against you. But I'm self-sustaining because I'm built upon a sure foundation. And that foundation is Jesus. Somebody shout Jesus. Oh God. Y'all trying to let me go. Please don't let me go now. I got this a little bit more ways to go. I feel it in here. Give me just a few more minutes here. So here when you look at the 12 rods laying on the ground. Oh God. Now understand something here. The atmosphere is not subject just to one rod, but every rod has the potential to bud. No other rod but Aaron. How is it that you're the only one that's budding on your job? The only one that's budding in the church. It's because God, He favors you. You can't make excuses or feel bad because you got a nice shape. And they looking all at you. Tell them I'm gifted. I told suffer because God made you that way. And so here is the rod. Somewhere between the midnight and the twilight time. Tell somebody it had to happen. It had to happen. The rod was minding his own business. stood, it budded into almonds. Almonds are the first fruit that bud in the season. Now when they talk back to me, God had to prove Aaron. He had to prove to the other folks, to Korah, Dathan, and Abraham, with the Taliban and ISIS coming up against God's servant. They're not fighting against you, but they're fighting against God. And God said, this time I'm going to show them inheritance. Who, Pastor? She got a long ears. She's getting ready to bud. I feel it in here. It's not about a season. It's about seasons.